With Hashem's loving grace, welcome to Emunah Beams with your host, Lazer Brody. And our podcast is all about Shidduchim today, because this week, the week of Tu B'Av, is a very conducive week for people to find their soulmates. I'll tell you a story about a shidduch that happened a couple of years ago. A young yeshiva boy, he came into Rabbi Chaim Kanievski, and he was crying to Rabbi Kanievski, and he said, "Rabbi, I'm one of the best guys in my shiur. I learn all day and all night, and I don't play around. I'm not on the sidewalk or anything, and I come from a good home, a good Torah home, and every time I go on a shidduch, it doesn't go past the first date." So Rabbi Chaim, I said, what's the matter? What's wrong? He says, "Well, Rabbi, girls look at the scar on my cheek, and then they don't want to go out the second time. That's it for them." So Rabbi Chaim Kanievski said to the boy, "The next date you go, before you even start, don't let the girl talk until you tell her how you got that scar." He said, "Rabbi, why I could start right away, call attention to my scar, then it's for sure going to be over." No. He said, "You listen to me, you tell the girl about the scar." That's what it was. Not long afterwards, the boy was scheduled with another date, and he met a new girl, and he prefaced the date. He said, "Before we start discussing things, I want to tell you about the scar on my cheek." He said, "You remember a couple of years ago when there was the knife intifada and the Arabs were going crazy in Jerusalem, stabbing people, and I was walking down near Jaffa Street at the end, and I heard a girl scream, and I ran in the direction, even though I'm not a fighter and not a soldier. I wasn't in the army. I've been in yeshiva, been learning Torah all my life. But I heard some girl in distress, and I came running, and just when she was screaming, there was an Arab who was attacking her. Well, right away, without even thinking, I jumped on the Arab, and the girl ran away. But the Arab pulled out a knife, and he slit my face open, and then he ran away. But it took a long time for my face to heal, and I had operations and plastic surgery, and I was in the hospital for a couple of days. And before he even finished the story, he saw the girl had tears in her eyes, and then she started sobbing. He says, "What's the matter? Why are you crying? Did I say something to upset you?" She says, "No, I'm the girl you saved. For years I've been looking who that young boy was, and that I couldn't find him. You're the guy." Well, to make a long story short, they right away got engaged and they got married. We learn a couple of lessons from this story. First of all, don't worry about your shidduch. Hashem is sending you the exact soulmate you need. And number two, sometimes an eternal blemish, it not only doesn't mean anything, it could be a person's favor. The eternal blemish sometimes shows that their midas, their character trait, or they have a good heart. Something inside is much better. So don't pay attention to the outside, pay attention to the inside. With no doubt, Hashem will hear your prayers, and He'll send your soulmate, the right person for you, in the nearest future. Amen. Let us know the good news, and God bless always.